The Stonecutter, a tale of humility and the quest for power. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between towering mountains, there lived a skilled stonecutter named Yusaku. Yusaku was known throughout the village for his exceptional craftsmanship, carving intricate sculptures and crafting sturdy stones for various purposes. Despite his talents, Yusaku was a humble man. He took pride in his work and found contentment in the simple joys of life, like the laughter of children playing in the village square and the soothing melodies of the river that flowed nearby. Yusaku lived a life of modesty, cherishing the harmony of his existence. One sweltering summer day, as Yusaku worked diligently, shaping a massive boulder into a work of art, he noticed a procession passing by his workshop. At its center was the village ruler, Lord Hiroshi, seated atop a majestic carriage adorned with precious gems and glistening silks. Yusaku paused his work and gazed at the extravagant display. He marveled at Lord Hiroshi's opulent attire and the lavish jewels that adorned him. The villagers, too, stood in awe, bowing in reverence as the ruler passed by. As Lord Hiroshi's entourage disappeared around the bend, Yusaku couldn't help but feel a pang of longing. He wished, if only for a moment, to experience the splendor and power that Lord Hiroshi possessed. He yearned for a life of luxury and prestige, believing it would bring him true happiness. In that very instant, a peculiar sensation washed over Yusaku. To his astonishment, he found himself transformed into Lord Hiroshi, adorned in lavish garments and seated atop the magnificent carriage. His wish had been granted, and he was now the ruler of the village. Yusaku, now Lord Hiroshi, reveled in his newfound power. He ordered grand feasts, draped himself in the finest silks, and basked in the adulation of the villagers who had once been his peers. He felt invincible, believing that he had finally attained the happiness he had longed for. However, as days turned into weeks, Lord Hiroshi's satisfaction began to wane. The grandeur that had once delighted him now felt empty and hollow. He realized that power and opulence came with their own set of challenges and burdens. One scorching afternoon, as Lord Hiroshi sat in his luxurious chamber, he glanced out the window and saw the scorching sun beating down upon the village. He envied the sun's ability to radiate its warmth and brilliance without restraint. In that very moment, he wished to become the sun itself. To his amazement, Lord Hiroshi transformed into the sun, casting his radiant rays upon the earth. He reveled in his newfound omnipotence, for he was now the source of light and warmth that bathed the world. Yet, as time passed, Lord Hiroshi's elation faded once again. He saw how his intense rays parched the land, causing crops to wither and rivers to run dry. His brilliance, once a source of comfort, had become a force of destruction. One day, as he looked down upon the village, he noticed a solitary cloud floating lazily in the sky. It provided relief from the scorching sun, shielding the earth from its relentless heat. Lord Hiroshi longed to be that cloud, offering solace and relief to the suffering below. In a blink of an eye, he transformed into a cloud, drifting gently across the sky. He was now the one who brought shade and respite to the land. However, Lord Hiroshi's contentment was short-lived. He realized that, as a cloud, he had no control over his movements. He was at the mercy of the wind, and he longed for the power to direct his path. Once again, he made a wish, yearning to be something greater. In an instant, he became the wind itself, a force that could shape the world with its sheer power. As the wind, Lord Hiroshi reveled in his ability to sway trees, create mighty storms, and alter the landscape. He felt a sense of dominance he had never known before. Yet, even as the wind, Lord Hiroshi's satisfaction remained elusive. He saw how his forceful gusts uprooted trees and destroyed homes. His power, once alluring, had become a destructive force that brought chaos and suffering. In a moment of clarity, Lord Hiroshi understood the folly of his desires. He had chased power and prestige, believing they would bring him happiness. Instead, he had experienced the emptiness and consequences of each wish. With a heavy heart, Lord Hiroshi longed to return to his simple life as a stonecutter. He yearned for the contentment and harmony he had once known. In a final wish, he returned to his original form, sitting once again in his modest workshop, carving stones with skill and precision. The sights and sounds of the village filled his senses, the laughter of children, the melodies of the river, and the gentle breeze that rustled the leaves. Lord Hiroshi had come to realize that true happiness could not be. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to subscribe.